All right, y'all. Before I start on this, I want you guys to follow me on Instagram. GMOG Media TV on Instagram. Right here. All right. Make sure you guys follow me because if you guys follow me for any significant amount of time, you know, most recently I've been suspended from doing live streams on YouTube. So I can't do any live streams up until February. The beginning of February or the first week of February, because some white supremacists flagged one of my videos for exposing the truth about their demographics and their society. Happens all the time. I've been flagged about 3 or 4 times for the past 3 years, ever since I had my channel, GMOG Media TV. These white supremacists go on my fucking YouTube page and they flag my shit all the time. Instagram, though, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be doing live streams. I'll be going IG live on my Instagram and uploading them to my YouTube channel to talk about, you know, issues in black society. But anyway, put the phone down so I can get my hands free. So, this is interesting. I just came across this article about Mark Cuban basically saying that black NBA players would excel better in a European education system, in a government system, etc. Basically implying that black players would only excel, and they would only excel better as NBA players, as athletes in general, in a white society demographic. Basically imposing that black players would only excel under the influence of the dominant white society, period. And this continues to show Mark Cuban who he truly is. These comments aren't surprising because he's had these comments already like this before, similar to this. But this clearly shows you that, you know, his outlandish comments like this are completely asinine. And I'm going to point that out also, and the fact that his white supremacist views, because of these kind of views, he needs to be outed as an owner in the NBA. And not only that, one of his players, Harrison Barnes, called him out on that, and I appreciate him doing that. But the league needs to band together. His teams, his teammates, his players rather need to band together and get this guy out of here, Mark Cuban. Point blank and simple. But anyway, let me read to you the quote he said about black athletes in the NBA. He basically said, quote, "If we took our best kids in 7 years before they were McDonald's All-American, we sent them over to Slovenia to get an education, the league would be 1,000 times better. They just learn how to play basketball while our guys learn how to taunt and put together mixtapes." Now, you're going to say, oh, well, Chauncey, you're race baiting. You know, the white supremacists are going to go on my channel. You're race baiting. You're a race hustler. He didn't mention black players. It's obvious he mentioned black players. It's obviously he's talking about black players. Mixtapes. Okay, mixtapes and all that stuff. That's our black players doing that. Well, it's not our black players doing that. That's the mainstream media creating mixtapes for the star athletes, up-and-coming athletes in playing basketball on a you know, high school level, etc. and up. So now, obviously, like I said, he's talking about black NBA players, right? And this further proves to you, like, guys like him and, you know, most of white society has this kind of thought process and thinking that black people and black athletes are inferior. They don't know shit. They don't know shit, and they can't do shit without white people in their infrastructure, which is completely flat out lie. You look at the richest, most wealthiest person ever that walked the earth, who was a black man named King Massamusa. Did he need to be raised in a European society or a white society in Slovenia or some kind of European country to be the wealthiest man on the planet that ever lived, as in King Massamusa? Absolutely not. You look at the greatest athlete of all time, Michael Jordan. Did he need to be influenced and raised in a white society system, in a
Eastern European or European system and a governance to be the greatest athlete of all time? No, did Muhammad Ali need to be raised in a like I said, in a white society government system to be influenced by white people and their government in Slovenia or any European country? Absolutely. I can go on and on and on. With us as being dominant in terms of athletics without the help of any kind of influence from white society, without going to some school in Slovenia or any European country and trying to say we can't succeed without them, they'll excel. See, the problem with Mark Cuban is he has this white supremacist ideology, and of course he is an overt white supremacist. We all know this. But the fact that he drafted or was a part of drafting Dirk Nowitzki, who's from Europe. All right. Now, not taking anything away from Dirk Nowitzki, he's a great NBA player, but because Dirk Nowitzki was so successful as a Dallas Maverick, he thinks that white is right. Dirk was great, so therefore this rookie guy, which was drafted into the Dallas Mavericks, his name is Luka, I believe. Let me get his name right. Yeah, Luka Doncic, if that's how you pronounce his name. I don't really follow Dallas Maverick basketball like that, but he is a up-and-coming rookie who had a successful game and looks like one of the Rookie of the Year candidates. And because of his great performances, and his guys from Slovenia, Mark Cuban basically says that, okay, he's from Slovenia. I got Dirk Nowitzki on my team. He's been successful. White is right. So therefore, these black athletes, they need to go to Europe. They need to go to Slovenia, get an education there, be dependent on the dominant white society's resources, so they can become successful without being influenced and being, caricaturized by mixtapes, right? And they can only succeed there, which is, of course, like I said, it's a flat out lie. Flat out lie. So Mark Cuban continues to show his face as a white supremacist by thinking that black athletes can only depend on white society's resources. Black athletes can only be successful in Slovenia. They'll be much more successful in Slovenia and in European countries. Say that to Kobe Bryant. Say that to LeBron James. Were any of these guys successful? Any of these guys dependent on a European system? From an education, from all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Did they depend on them to become the great athletes that they are? Absolutely not. So, yeah, get Mark Cuban the hell out of here. Harrison Barnes, his player in the Dallas Mavericks, released a statement saying, quote, "As a statement, I don't agree with it. As a joke, I don't find it funny. And frankly, I think it doesn't reflect what makes the NBA special. The great thing about our league is that players come from all over the world. We are raised in every background imaginable and bring unique perspectives because of it. We should celebrate that we bring those perspectives on each other, on issues in our communities, and we aren't afraid to learn from and share those perspectives. That's our strength." Bravo to Harrison Barnes for standing up and making a statement and saying, I totally disagree with Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And I want more players to stand up and say something about this and separate themselves as a player and as an owner for the Dallas Mavericks and get this guy the hell out of here for these comments. Sell the team. Sell it to somebody, sell it to a group of black people, which is, for the Dallas Mavericks, and call it a day. That's what I want to see. Mark Cuban needs to sell that team to a group of black people, somebody black, and call it a day. Get him the hell out of there. But I want to see more players stand up and say something about this comment what Mark Cuban said. I want them to come out and basically said they disagree with the comments, just like Harrison Barnes did, and separate themselves if they're players of the Dallas Mavericks. Separate themselves from Mark Cuban. That's what I want to see. I'm surprised that a lot of mainstream media. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm not surprised. Well, I'm going to say this: more mainstream media platforms need to cover this story. They need to put pressure on Mark Cuban to not only reinforce these comments and force the NBA, the other owners, to make decisions on to vote this guy out of here as the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. He's not fit making comments like this. And of course, we live in a system of racism and white supremacy where you have the face of white supremacy selected as the so-called president of the United States, as in Clockwork Orange, aka Donald Trump. We know this, but we got to start somewhere. All right. Making comments like this there's no place at all. No place at all to make comments like this by saying black players can only excel in a European system. It's a flat out lie. It's completely racist. It's a asinine comment, and comments like this deserve for you to be. If a player made a comment like that, of course he'll be fired. I mean, he'll be cut. So the owner deserves the same treatment. He needs to be out of there. Push Mark Cuban the hell out of there as a league owner. Sell the team to a black group or a black somebody black to buy the team and call it a day. I want to see petitions. I want to see I want to see all kinds of stuff going at Mark Cuban, and we need to have other platforms talk about the story more so we can have more pressure to get Mark Cuban out of there. Straight up. So those are my quick thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this comment from Mark Cuban. Like I said, make sure you follow me on GMOG Media TV Instagram. All right, that's my Instagram handle. Same as my YouTube channel, GMOG Media TV. I'll be going live on there, talking about various topics in Black society, and I'll have them uploaded to my YouTube channel since I cannot go live on YouTube until February. All right. So anyway, family, just a couple days before so-called Christmas. So again, just follow me on Instagram, and you'll have all the latest and greatest stuff that I'm doing. Till next time, family, Chauncey, a.k.a. The Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.